Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Happy Cat Crypto here. So let's dive into a more educational video this morning. So wherever you are, I hope you've got a nice cup of tea, you're ready for your morning video, and I hope this is part of your routine because we do provide this one same day, same time every day, regardless, unless I've broken my back and I've been rushed to hospital again, then you're going to be getting your morning video. So let's go over to Teradox. Now, there's this issue currently with Teradox, and it's pretty much that this is actually speaking about Luna 2, not LUNACLASSIC, but it's the same system, and I wouldn't think the Teradox would be different much between the two, but that's just a disclaimer for you all, and this is why I keep saying about getting an actual tutorial back up for our own coin is pretty vital in my opinion. So going over to the Teradox, let's scroll down and let's look at validators. So if you don't know this, validators are miners of the Terra blockchain. They're responsible for securing the Terra blockchain and ensuring its accuracy. Validators run programs called full nodes, which allow them to verify each transaction made on the Terra network. Validators propose blocks, vote on the validity, and add each new block to the chain in exchange for staking rewards from transaction fees. Users can stake their Luna to validators in exchange for staking rewards. Validators also play an important role in governance of the Terra protocol. So you've got an FAQ here. I'm going to get that up. We'll take a look at that in a second. But what I'm going to do quickly is go over to the Terra.money/ecosystem. And we just don't have this, right? Because TFL have pretty much just taken everything and left us with the bare minimum, and that's totally normal because they created everything, right? And this is why the focus needs to be a little bit more on the system we're using, and if we we must be able to make changes and build our own stuff, so hopefully we see some forward momentum with that. But like if you go to build, no, I didn't go to build. What did I go to? Ah, here we go. I think I just scrolled down and I clicked on one. I did something and then I wanted... hang on. Hold the phone. Ah, is this it? Build. Oh, I'm all messed up here. So it might have been... yeah, here we go. Boom. So a lot of this stuff, I wanted to do it with this specific one to show you, a lot of stuff's disconnected and a lot of people are asking for tutorials on certain things, but we just don't have the resources available to push out certain tutorials. Now, like I said, the apps are a whole world of, new things, but what I want to try and also educate people on is staking, and why staking is useful to not only yourself but the blockchain and the validators that validate the blockchain itself. So say you're holding a bag for 5 years, right? Let's just say that's your game plan, 5 years. Would you rather sit on a bag and just sit on it, or would you rather put it in, stake it, and get rewards back on top of that? Like, it kind of makes total sense to follow that route if you are in it for the long run. And I say this because, and I'll use Terra Station's data for this, so you see it for what it exactly is and not our data. But we've got less than 10% of the coins out there staked, so it either means people are too afraid to delegate their coins because they're worried about the volatility of price, which was mentioned to me by one of my devs, which I thought was an absolutely brilliant reason why possibly we're not seeing as much staking as we should, and possibly there's just not enough people out there educating people, and then the people like myself that are educating people are very low in reach. Like, I only have a certain amount of followers, and I only get a certain amount of reach out there. There's so many more people for us to reach, for us to educate, and so many more people that just don't understand how to move from an exchange to Terra Station, delegate their coins, and even shown how to move them back. And I've even explained to people, saving dry powder in the event there's a huge pump and then a huge dump afterwards, because sometimes when things rocket upwards, they rocket back downwards after, because it's seeing huge buying pressure when things like this happen. And I guess that's where use case comes in, because if you need to use it for something and you don't have it, you're going to need to buy some, right? Exactly. And then trading it back and forth, like I say, it creates volume, and that's why Bitcoin is so heavily used across the board. And I know diamond dealers use Bitcoin. I don't think so much Ethereum, but they definitely use a lot of Bitcoin. And there's people out there like Binance who are educating authorities how to weed out pretty much people who are using, you know, crypto for money laundering, which is really good, because what we aim to is to have a really safe, you know, criminal-free environment that incentivizes others to come on board as well. So realistically, if you haven't delegated yet, consider delegating. And if you have delegated and say you're only delegated to one validator, consider spreading your delegations. And I can't say to you, you know, go stake with this person, go stake with this person, or go stake with this person, because the people that I stake with, I personally like kind of know on a level. I've spoken to them. We've been tied in with certain things. So it's kind of like, as you folks know, as soon as my node is created, all of my LUNACLASSIC will go into what's called self-delegation, and it will all be self-delegated to our node to ensure and show you folks that you can trust us, and that we've even self-delegated our own holdings, so to speak. So there's a lot of good validators out there. And when you delegate with a validator, like it says, you provide stake and rewards for not only yourself, but the validator itself. And then hopefully these validators are using it to onboard new projects, dApps and things like that. And everything takes time to build. And I understand this. And this is kind of why I'm on such a drive for utility, because of how long it takes for things to be created. So it's like more urgent than ever to keep on, you know, the push of utility, like we did with burning and like we did with everything else in between. So folks, going to be a video coming out later today, pretty much discussing our upcoming NFT projects coming out later on towards the end of the year. And we're going to be talking to you a little bit about all the ins and outs of what these NFTs are going to be about, what the utility use case is going to be for them, and how we can further extend that use case over time. And we're going to let you know how many we're minting, the kind of theme and stuff like that, and we'll kind of get you up to scratch on that project. And yes, we are working on another project as well, and I can't tell you anything about it, but when it lands, you know about it. But we're working very hard to understand the system in hand, smart contracts and stuff like that. And I'm very lucky to have a very loyal dev team. And, you know, an influencer had the cheek to pretty much, you know, there's a lot of people who want our developers, and it makes sense. You know, they've done so much for this community, and they've made my dreams become a reality. And like I say, I'm very lucky to have such loyal people around me, like yourselves, the following, the followers, the community that we built here at Happy Catty Crypto. But yeah, it's very interesting to see, you know, people want to do that, knowing that we've done a podcast episode with our lead dev and things like that. But we really are working on a lot of stuff, and I'm going to continue to think of new ideas, new ways to create utility use cases from our own treasury, from our own front door, so to speak. Really looking forward to becoming a validator. As you can tell, I'm very excited, and having a broken back, not being able to get out really much. So yeah, very interesting. So folks, have a really, really nice Thursday wherever you are. And, you know, tomorrow's Friday, live stream, gonna have a good time. Burn tax is really kicking in now, as you can see on my screen. If there's anything you'd like adding to LUNCPenguins, hit me up. If you're looking for a kind of place to hang your hat, you know, if you're a developer looking for some inspiration, if you want to join our team, feel free to DM me, okay? Once our nodes are operational, I'm going to need all the devs that we can get, and we're always looking for loyal people to join the movement, because really at Happy Catty Crypto, we're here to, you know, always discuss what's current, ask the questions that shouldn't probably be asked because people don't like them, and really address things that need addressing. So folks, like I said, have a nice day. None of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Neither are both of my cats, and we will catch you in the next episode.